Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet VGC video. I'm your host Jose Rocks, and today we have our Calyrex Shadow and Terapagos team. Now, this team is incredibly hyper offense, it wins games very fast, and it's very fun to play with. And I think it's a great team to use in return to Regulation I. So there is a reticle up at the top right, as well as a Pokepage down in the description below. We probably have another month or two with these teams, so I'm just gonna probably leave these 5 teams up, and we're gonna post them some gameplay with them throughout the last couple months of Scarlet and Violet until Champions comes out, right? So this team utilizes Terapagos and Calyrex to be very offensive sweepers and kind of clean up the game with Iron Hands and Urshifu in the in game. And Smirgle and Whimsicott support them. So Smirgle's best partner is Terapagos. Whimsicott's best partner is Calyrex, but you can also use Whimsicott with Terapagos or Smirgle with Calyrex. They all work, right? This team is very, usually want to typically lead with Smirgle or Terapagos. Go for Fake Out, Tera Starstorm. Your opponents usually try to respect it and protect one. If you call that right, you just do massive amounts of damage to Tera Starstorm. With the Tera Shield on Terapagos, you're able to eat that first hit, so you don't have to Tera immediately turn 1. And Tera Starstorm actually does more damage to a single target before you Tera, so it's still a very powerful attack before you Tera. Now, once you start get Decorate boost up into the Terapagos, it just starts to go insane. If your Smirgle gets a speed boost, it starts to put things to sleep and can just continue to Decorate, Terapagos or Calyrex. It makes it very hard for your opponent to come back from it. And then you either have Iron Hands Calyrex or Urshifu Calyrex in the back, and you kind of just clean up the games from that point, right? Against hyper tailwind teams, hyper offense tailwind teams, you can bring your own Whimsicott, go for a helping hand, Astral Barrage, and just clear the field and make way for your Urshifu to come in and outspeed everything, or your Terapagos to be bulky in the in game. You can also stagger your tailwinds. Against Zamazenta and Miraidon teams, I like to go for helping hand plus Ground Tera Blast and just one-shot them, right? Usually in front of Whimsicott, Calyrex, Zamazenta does not want to click, it may click Wide Guard, right? But it doesn't want to click Protect, right? So you usually get that. It's really no sense in them tearing in front of Calyrex, because you're not really known to hit it for super effective damage with your standard set. So usually they feel safe to just attack or Wide Guard, and you can really just punish them with a Ground Tera, Helping Hand, Tera Blast. It always one-shot Zamazenta, right? I don't think you need the Helping Hand with Miraidon, but just in case you guys run into an Assault Vest Miraidon, you may just want to click the Helping Hand just in case to make sure that you one-shot that as well. You one-shot Raging Bolt, Helping Hand, Ground Tera, Tera Blast, one-shot Incineroar unless it's Assault Vest. So it's just a really powerful, duo. And same with Smirgle Terapagos. So this team is going to showcase how to use them. We use both the Calyrex and the Terapagos to a great extent. The Iron Hands, you always want to bring it when you're playing against Calyrex Ice and those Trick Room teams, because it's minimum speed and it just makes it hard for those teams to be able to thrive on the Trick Room, because Iron Hands can take advantage of it, right? And Iron Hands being so bulky, you can also just bring it just normally, because even though it's slow, it's so hard to remove that it's always going to get good damage off. It's really good when you bring it in a Miraidon matchup as well, because you get the attack boost from the terrain. So you also take advantage of Miraidon's attack boost, which Miraidon can't do much to Ground Tera, Calyrex plus Iron Hands. So if you guys give this team a try, or you YouTube and you make a video on this team, I would love to see it. Just go ahead and tag me in it. But again, there's a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepage down in the description below. And let's go ahead and get into these battles. So our first match, we are back, and we have Calyrex Ice and Lunala. They also have a Smirgle too, Urshifu, Torkoal, and Didi. So this team is going to thrive more on Trick Room. So I think this is correct. You should be bringing this every time. I don't really like Urshifu in the sun. And also, if Indeedee's Rocky Helmet, that's going to be pretty annoying. So I think we just go like this. And we should be good. We do have to be careful with Lunala. Yeah, he starts out with Lunala. Alright, so this can go extremely well or extremely bad, right? Because if he tries to go for a spore, what I can do is like fake out here. Tera Starstorm and Smurgle. If we win the speed tie, we in a good spot. 50-50. It looked like he was going for fake out too. Oh, but he didn't go for trick on. I'm guessing he faked out and Meteor being my Smurgle, so we both went for the same play turn one, but we won the speed tie, so I'll take it. Yeah. And we overall win this because we keep our Smurgle. We waste Lunala's power early. We still have our Tera shield intact. So I say this is a favorable turn for us. Those 50-50 speed ties of the Smurgle are just like the Flutter Mane post sash. Speed ties are like the Icy Wind when you lead against like Miraidon and Flutter. And those speed ties, like you have to go for them though, because it's like the best play you can make. But it's never fun losing them. Alright, so I could put Lunala to sleep. Or Calyrex to sleep. Lunala can't touch Smurgle right now, so I can put Calyrex to sleep. Lunala can't touch either one of them, so we can really just ignore it. Unless it has like Dazzling Gleam. But then you're not running Wide Guard, right? I mean, it could have Gleam. It should be kind of annoying. Protecting Calyrex is also how you can get back in the game, so let's see if he goes for it, if he just lets me put it to sleep. Terraing is scary for him because I think he got a little greedy with the Calyrex. He's probably attacking and trickling the Lunala. Big damage. Yeah, he's trickling the Lunala, so that makes sense. But it's funny because Lunala can't touch us, right? So I'm gonna just try to put Lunala to sleep. Target down the Calyrex again. If it takes another turn of sleep, I think we kind of just win. The first turn is guaranteed, but it can wake up this turn, right? But if we get another turn of sleep, we're in like a really good spot. Nice. That's probably gonna be the game because Tera Starstorm, you see the choice. And I would guess Lunala has Wide Guard. If you're not running Wide Guard, then you may have like Moonblast or Gleam. Oh, he has experience. Okay. Indeed, he's on the team, so that makes sense. So I know you got Moongeist Gleam. You just showed us trick on him, so he doesn't have Wide Guard, so he's in a really bad spot because he just really can't touch. Oh. I mean, if you're choice band, we just double you, right? You could have Ghost Tera, right? I think it's safe to wild charge here, Tera. Because he doesn't have Wide Guard, right? And I want to cover for like a Ghost Tera, because like a low kick plus Tera Starstorm would just kind of lose him. So then he would be able to, wicked close combat. Expanding force plus close combat. Okay. But he goes for that to try to break the Tera shield. Yeah, but we break the Shadow Shield on Lunala. He does still have his Scarlet. Yeah, that's gotta be choice band version. Because I'm like max defense, Terapagos, so we can take on. Oh, you didn't even target Terapagos. And it's funny because we underspeed him in his own trickle, so that's really bad for him. Nice, GG's. Yeah, so we kind of won that game off him being aggressive with the Calyrex and winning the speed tie. But when you're going up against Smurgle, like I said, sometimes focus sash mons, you just got to go for those speed ties. because if you go for anything else, you're kind of like putting yourself behind. Like, well, it looks like he just fake out a meteor beam, right? But if I switched out, I mean, I guess I could have switched in Iron Hands to not go for the 50-50, and Iron Hands could have took the fake out plus the meteor beam. So I guess that was a good play, but we still got the win, right? So I'll take it. But if you guys are using this team and you're in that position and you lead the same way I did, you could consider switching in Iron Hands there. That next turn you got fake out pressure into the Smurgle plus a Tera Star Storm guaranteed, right? Then that he probably faked out my Smurgle, right? So that means that I would have still got a Tera Star Storm into his Smurgle. So fake out into his Smurgle, which you probably would have wanted to switch it out. You could probably read that, go for low kick, and then just Tera your Terapagos to hit the Lunala from that point. But let's keep going. All right, so we got essentially the same team like we just played, except it's Necrozma, Dawn Wings instead of Lunala. Another Ndidi, I think he had Urshifu on that team too. I don't remember what his other mon is, but he did have Smurgle, so I think the Annihilate is different here. I think I'm gonna just go with the same thing I brought last time. Oh, it was Torkoal last time, that's why I didn't want to bring the Urshifu, but this one, they can bring Urshifu. Calyrex just hits too much for super effective. Like, how can I not bring it? And we can protect and trick him, right? In case like it comes out. I would expect him to lead Smurgle plus Calyrex or Necrozma. So we're just gonna go for the same thing again, right? I know I said last time that I was switching to Iron Hands, right? But this one, actually, he go for a crazy play. He can switch. I didn't even anticipate last time, but he could really switch in Ndidi, right? But we have Sash on the shield. So even if he switches Ndidi, go for Expanding Force, it's not that bad. Yeah, I don't really want to switch in Iron Hands here because switching to Ndidi Expanding Force is just wrecking. So I'm just gonna go for the safe take out Tera Star Storm here. He's tearing already. Oh, that's a good play. Oh no, it's not because it's not Ghost. Wait, if you're going for Tera Grass, I mean you're going for Follow Me to redirect Sport, but I'm not going yet. Now, if that was Tera Ghost, this would be spooky because I literally just would have to Tera to hit it, right? But now you just gave up your Tera for free pretty much. And now you can't Tera your Necrozma or your Calyrex. I mean, it's good while Terapagos on the field that you don't want to Tera, but both of your main sweepers are weak to the Calyrex Shadow in the back. So once Trick Room's up, we start our Trick Room in a good spot. And we are in a good position to start our Trick Room. Ndidi. I think at this point I just let Smurgle go down. I mean, actually, I could just switch into Iron Hands and have fake out. Starting my Trick Room. And then Smurgle comes back in and has another fake out. Calyrex is going to move first. He's going to hit our Tera Shield. And then Necrozma should not be able to knock us out. Put him whatever range we're at. And then we have fake out next turn. Oh, that's a good read. But we should still survive the Glacial Lands. Yeah, so Necrozma's slower than Calyrex. So he actually could have did a lot of damage if he doubled into Terapagos. So seeing that much damage, you're gonna protect here. So what I'm gonna do is Wild Charge plus Tera Starstorm. He's gonna protect Calyrex, so I guarantee it. Oh, he switches. Oh, he's going into Nala. I mean, Indeedee. Yeah, but we immediately removed the Psychic Terrain, which is really cool for us. So if he targeted the Terapagos slot, he's in a really bad spot. 2020 Pokevision by us. Can we get that in the chat? We're back at it, man. I miss this game so much. I miss recording too. I miss saying 2020 Pokevision. Yeah, so we knew that Calyrex was gonna do this. I wonder if he targeted. Oh, he did target the $1 slot, and we're slower than him, so he has to switch Indeedee to get his terrain back, which means that Calyrex has to take it over. You don't want to switch Calyrex in here. So I'm actually gonna go for Drain Punch here, try to get some health back, just in case he doesn't target me. And Tera Starstorm. I mean, but so if you don't target Iron Hands, it sticks around you. Yeah, but we still get the double kill though. Oh wait. That might knock out. The Frozen was really strong. Oh. Okay, but I can fake out Indeedee plus Wild Charge. That should be the game. Because then triple mins, and we have Calyrex in the back. And if you switch out into, I guess if you switch in Calyrex on the Indeedee slide, that would be bad for us, right? Well, either way, Smurgle gets to score. Oh, he cancels. Okay. I think he saw the writing on the wall. I think you switch out Indeedee and the Calyrex, right? You tank the fake out, potentially. I knock out Necrozma, and you get Calyrex or redirection next turn. And I have to Spore Indeedee, and then knock out Indeedee, but you get Trick Room up, right? And then you just Glacial Lance. Yeah, I think he could have won that if he found that. Because if he gets Trick Room up, like I can't stall out another Trick Room, man. Well, I guess if I put Smurgle still got a sash, right? So if I put Indeedee to sleep, right? Then the next turn, Iron Hands maybe he outspeeds Calyrex if he gets low kick plus Spore. I think we still win that game, so he probably saw the way. But I could see a path where he could have came back into that game. But let's keep going. Alright, so we got Zamazenta. So against these teams, usually the Chimpowers like Ground Tera sometimes. And they usually lead it. But Calyrex plus Whimsicott usually is really good here because Helping Hand, Tera Blast, Tera Ground just wipes Zamazenta, which is really cool. And they usually don't go for Protect turn 1 because then they can get Encore. And they usually don't Tera, they probably Wide Guard. I know that I'm gonna need Urshifu. Urshifu handles the Chimpow, Landorus, and Pokemon, right? And I'm thinking, should I drop Terapagos? Like, what does it do for me here? Iron Hands is better into everything else except Lando, right? So I think I dropped the Terapagos here to go for Iron Hands because it gives me fake out. Chimpow doesn't like to see it. The Miraidon doesn't like to see it. But it's really bad in the Volcarona and Lando, but that's why we have the Urshifu. Is this Assault Vest plus Light Screen? I'm still gonna go for the Helping Hand and Tera Blast. And if you go for anything weird like a fake out into Whimsicott, then you just lose your life. If you try to cheese me with Grimmsnarl, or if you try to like Thunder Wave me to slow down my Miraidon and then attack, Ground Terror makes us immune to Thunder Wave. So if Grimmsnarl goes for anything other than Light Screen, like I think he loses turn 1. And usually I think they're like Assault Vest. We should still get the KO because Helping Hand cancels out the Assault Vest. And this is Calyrex, a super effective ground type attack into Miraidon. So we should get the KO. But this turn can go a number of ways, but I believe it favors me. It's because we are immune to electric right now. Alright, Helping Hand comes off. No Tera by him. Oh, he's cheating. He's going for Spirit Break here. That's gonna cost you your Miraidon though. You are gonna reduce us back down to neutral and ship us into range of like a Sucker Punch. But I think it's fine because I can always just swap into Iron Hands. And we have Electric Terrain up, so Iron Hands is really good. Oh. So that's one of Grimmsnarl's signature moves if you guys never seen that. Because his Spirit Break is usually the better move to go for. I think Spirit Break was Grimmsnarl's signature move until Gen 9 and Arm Valiant got it. But False Surrender is still Grimmsnarl's other signature move on the dark side, and it's like 70 base power, but it can never miss, right? So it is really cool. I'm gonna Astral Barrage here. Oh wow, he didn't go for a Tera. I'm impressed by it. That's very impressive. Maybe he's predicting us to check. Oh, that's a good one. That's how you get back into the game. Because I fully expected him to go for a Tera, but I think it's fine. Moving him right on at the cost of our restricted and having his Zamazenta health is huge. Because now you have to go for the Tera, right? So what I can do is just Moonblast, Surging Strikes, Grimmsnarl. And I can get rid of Zamazenta right now, right? Grimmsnarl with False Surrender it's not doing much to us. Unless you have Spirit Break, right? But I don't think you're running that. False Surrender is doing nothing to Urshifu, Whimsicott, or my Iron Hand. So I think we just double this slot. You Tera Water, we still knock you out. You Tera Dragon, they knock you out. Tera Grass. We should still get the KO. Oh no, not with Light Screen. I think Grimmsnarl just goes for Reflective. Oh, that's a good play, but if we're going into Chin Power, you're just going to give us an attack boost. Well, you're going to drop your defenses. This game is not over yet, right? But it is getting significant. Oh! Yeah, we're not getting a KO here. He didn't bring it. Run is tough here. Does he switch Pokemon back out into Grimmsnarl? if you quiver dance, then you just lose, right? I think he switches back out. But if you quiver dance, we just encore you and you just lose. Dang, this thing is so low. I wonder if he's running Giga Drain. Probably should have Surgeon Strike. Oh, but he went after the one. Okay. I think the Grimstone will be cover a cloak. I don't want to waste a fake out here when I can just fake out the Pokemon. Even though I'm risking a burn here, Grimmsnarl can't beat these two, right? So I think it's worth the risk. Like, this is a fake out plus 3 Surging Strikes, right? So the burn is likely. But if we get out of this okay, then I think we should just win. This game's still not over yet. But we do get a free, attack into the Vulcan Runner right now. But I think even burnt, we should be able to beat Grimmsnarl because it has False Surrender, Parting Shot, and Screams. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't fake out Grimmsnarl. And we didn't get burnt there, so they would get each other. Alright, so the most that Grimmsnarl can do here is Parting Shot. So we're not doing much to Volcarona, but Urshifu gets the here. Ooh, that's plenty of damage. We got the burn, but we should still be good here. Yeah, another Surging Strike's gonna KO. And Grimmsnarl just can't beat us with False Surrender. This is the downside for running False Surrender. Why it's cute against like Calyrex Shadow, it doesn't even give you priority, right? You're better off running Sucker Punch, which is like the same base power. I think False Surrender might actually be 80 power. And like this is why we brought Urshifu, right? Like specifically for the Volcarona and Landers. And he didn't even put Reflect up, so we were just always in a good spot. GG's, let's go. That's 3 in a row. That one did get a little spooky with the Zamazenta read because like going for Grass Tera was so safe because either way you take the same amount of damage for Astral Barrage, whether it's you Tera it or not, right? The only reason you don't Tera there is if you like Tera Ghost, right? But Grass Tera was so safe, he literally risked a knockout, right? An immediate game over for not much upside because he was still going to take the same amount of damage for Astral Barrage, right? So you was going to Tera Zamazenta anyway, so it was always safe. I guess he was trying to see what I had in the back, but Tera Grass Zamazenta was good into whatever. Like you cut off your weakness from Iron Hands, right? From fighting type coverage. You cut off your neutrality to Surging Strikes, right? If I had Terapagos, I already Tera the Calyrex Shadow, right? So I couldn't Tera Terapagos. So even though I can hit you with Flamethrower, you don't know that I'm running Flamethrower on Terapagos, right? If I have Smeargle in the back, you're already good with Grass Tera to Spore, right? You're immune to it. So it pretty much Grass Tera covered for the rest of my team after he saw that I was Ground Tera on the Calyrex Shadow. So I think that was a little greedy on my opponent's part. Not saying that it changed the outcome of the game, because it did help him, but he could have lost immediately had I just went for Tera Ground, Tera Blast, and he would have been in a much better position had I did go for Tera Ground, Tera Blast, and he Tera'd in the grass. You get what I'm saying? So there was a huge upside from Tera'ing that turn, and it didn't change the fact if you didn't Tera. You get what I'm saying? It only could have just lost you the game, if that makes sense to you guys. But let's keep going. Let's get moving. Alright, so we got. I need to make a decision quick. Let's just go with this. Shadow. I don't really want to bring Urshifu into the sun, even though I can get rid of the sun. Actually, Urshifu, with me being able to get rid of the sun, it's not that bad here. I came back a little late, so I didn't get time to If I Tera Starstorm and fake out in the Chi and Tera, I kind of just lose for me. So I think it's safer to just fake out Starstorm here. Okay, so we get a lot of free damage into this slot. The only way I'm getting out of this is if I get a speed boost. So this is I guess I switch it. If he like misses Snarl on, this is a very good lead here. He's kind of pinned. Oh. If only he would have missed Snarl there, that would have been crazy. If he hasn't beat it, he can swap it in here, right? And that'd be kind of annoying. I gotta get rid of this Chi. So he has a free say switch into a beauty if you want it. I think I read the Indeedee switch. I mean, if you Tera, because if you Tera, then Calyrex just knocks you out. I think Indeedee's. But Miraidon is so low, as long as we get rid of Chi, it kind of doesn't matter. But we have to deal with Lunala now. But I have Dark Pulse, so I just need to break through Shadow here. Oh, he missed. Let's go! That's huge. I don't think you realize how huge that is, because he can't safely set up Trick Room when you having Iron Hand. It's either you brought Lunala or you brought Ursaluna. Ursaluna would actually be scarier, because then Trick Room is a real threat. Could be Calyrex. Oh, so he didn't bring the what's the name guy? And all it's gonna have is gonna force, which is nasty. I'm in a bad spot. Set up triple here. I think Wild Charge is a great play there. This triple going up is bad for us. Protect. Got me beaten. Oh, this is bad. Unless it's clean. Doesn't have expanding force. I don't think Miraidon protects it. I'm gonna just think it's protect. Yes, unfortunate. But now we're getting to, because he's ignoring the Calyrex, we're getting to a point where it's really bad for him. can't really target down my Terapagos. So. I think he targeted because I want to just not protect him and make the read. Oh, this game is so close, but he's ignoring my Calyrex. Let's see if he finally targets it. Yes, he does. Okay. All right. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. So now double protect. Double protect is because I don't think he has. I think he has wide guard. Double protect. Now we should get the double protect. We need to get it here. We don't get it. All right. So he has to go for Meteor Beam, right? Meteor Beam is gonna take another turn to come out. So it all depends. Does a Meteor Beam at +2 KO Terapagos from the range that we're at? I think we can survive it. He can also miss. If we had Protect here though, the game would just immediately be over. Yeah, we just gotta survive or dodge. This is so close. I just went for to attack that one turn with Calyrex instead of the double. The last turn I needed to go for the double, right? Because double immediately wins the game, but the turn I went for before when he hard read me, I didn't have to. I need you to dodge Terapagos or show me you can survive. You got Bulk on you. You're a bulky Terapagos. I'm gonna wait for 7. Lucky. Alright, let's do it. You connect, so you survive. Ah! I played it the best I could though. Props to my opponent. Yeah, we had got that double protect, we would have won. I do want to end it on a win though, right? But we're gonna take a break and we'll come back and we'll play some more. Alright, so we got a Zamazenta Calyrex team. So with the Sinister and the Raging Bolt, he has like a trick room mode, but it could be like Choice Scarf Urshifu, right? 2 fighting types. Terapagos doesn't like that. I think a Smirgle Calyrex lead is kind of scary for him because Tera Ground pressures Raging Bolt, pressures the Incineroar, pressures Zamazenta, right? And we protect it with Smirgle. I think Iron Hands is going to be good for against the triple mode. And do we leave Terapagos or do we bring Urshifu? I think Terapagos is better in the end game than Urshifu, just in case Trick comes up. And the Raging Bolt just pressures Urshifu too much. We'll go with Terapagos. This is a really good lead. I think the best I can do is fake out Urshifu and just out Barrage. Yeah, this is a really good lead. think Terapagos would have destroyed this one. Oh, nope. Water. Alright, well, let's just covert cloak. And this works out in our favor because you're not gonna just get an attack. Oh, perfect. So this is even better because we get a speed boost. I can decorate this, knock out the Calyrex. He's not even choice scarf. Are you covert cloak? Mystic water, please. Yes, okay. Fight mystic water or something. This is perfect because now I can just Astral Barrage plus Spore. That actually went really well. Him not being choice scarf or covert cloak, I mean, I could just fine. You're breaking the sash, which is cool. But at this point, Smuggle just needs to redirect with Calyrex, right? Speed drop was annoying, but we should still outspeed Calyrex against Calyrex. Nice. That's all we need. Stop me from attacking this turn. And now Smurgle is just to follow me back from this point. Oh, he's the lefty VGC set. He went all in on trying to like knock out the Calyrex. And I like faked out his Calyrex. Trying to knock out mine. Do I risk it? Because he may be safety goggles, he may outspeed me. I think I just follow him. I don't think I need to risk it. Yeah, I could have went like Astral Barrage plus Spore, but he may be faster than me. And if I am faster than him in safety goggles, we don't know. Play it safe, protect. Not protect, but protect the Calyrex will follow me. He did target down the Calyrex. Otherwise, you like U-turn, yeah, right? You got U-turn. I think that's assaultless. Because he did take that Tera Starstorm fairly well. This last one's gonna be Zamazenta, right? I mean, I think I just lock in Ground Tera, Tera Blast, and Earth Power, right? We may be able to take a body press. I don't think we can on Calyrex, but I don't think we body press that slot while I'm this ghost, right? So this covers for a protect. He doesn't protect. But I think the Tera shield is more valuable than Terapagos. He also has Wide Guard, right? Actually, Flamethrower might have been better because we can get a burn. But Earth Power can get a special defense drop. But we got Iron Hands that can hit it for super effective in the back as well. So I think yeah. So we do get another attack off. Ooh! That choice space is nasty, boy. It would have been good regardless. Yeah, GG's. Tera Ground on Calyrex is so good. Like, it covers for us so much. Like, Incineroars, Zamazentas, Miraidons, Raging Bolts. Like, it's just so good. Okay. So for the final match of the day, we have Grimoire, Rillaboom, Dialga Origin, Nala, Crabominable, and Ursaluna. So this is definitely a Trick Room team. How do I punish Trick Room? He does have Fake Out. He doesn't have good Spore immunity, so I think Smurgle would be nice here. My Iron Hand is gonna be good against this Trick Room. I think we just go like this, right? Oh wait. Urshifu. Get into Glamora, get into Ursaluna. But I have Psychic on Calyrex and Protect, so I think it's good. I think this is the Trick Room stopper mode. It's either Calyrex or Urshifu, but Urshifu doesn't do well to Rillaboom, right? Really bad in Rillaboom. Doesn't even lead to try to set up Trick Room. You could protect Ursaluna here, but it's fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna decorate plus Tera Starstone Ursaluna. If you look at our speed tiers, 139, 116, Smurgle's always faster on the speed drop. So we can go for this. Unless you Tera Ursaluna. This may just get the KO. If we do, then we're rolling, because he's just probably going to go for beautiful and return to sleep. That's actually close. That's a 1 KO, nice. Ursaluna's out the way. That clears the way for Astral Barrage. Of course, we still gotta worry about Lunala though. Ooh, Tera starts to do so much damage with Choice Specs, man. Now I think we Spore here. I think Glamora was just going for the Toxic Spin move or whatever it's called. That hits both. Does little damage with the poison both. That breaks the Sash, breaks the Tera Shield, right? Did you be Grass on Bowser? I don't think so. If Glamora takes another turn of Sleeper, I think the game's probably over. And I'm just going for this because I just need to hit both. I'm already at +2, right? That's a good protection. Because I could have decorated again. Let's go. Glamora could wake up, but all it's doing, all it takes another turn to sleep. So I mean, all it was gonna do is just break the Sash. Probably. We're not really worried about poison because we're too offensive right now. Poison doesn't matter when you're attacking right now. It's too slow for me. He's focused Sash. He's gonna wake up next turn, so he gets to do whatever he wants. But we're gonna Spore Dialga, so you can poison us to break the Sash, but you just don't have enough time for that. Unless you're like Tera Grass Dialga. But even if you Tera Grass right now, then you get hit for like a ton of damage by Terapagos, and that's the strategy. Like why the strategy is so good, because Tera Grass is usually what helps you against Smurgle, but then you get punished by Terapagos. Yeah, he wakes up. Yeah, mortal spins. So we already knew he was gonna do that. So this is kind of like a stall team, but he just doesn't have the time. Oh my god. That's not even a crit. And that's on Bulky Dialga. Choice Specs +2 Terapagos is so strong. And Smurgle just gets to put another one on to sleep this time unless we get the speed drop right. Attack boost. We get the speed drop. That's fine. We can just redirect. At this point, I think it's Lunala, right? Now this does get spooky if he's grassing her on this slide. But I got Iron Hand, so he always can KO the guy out there. He should be good. Start out trick. He didn't even go for he didn't even go for Wild. Targeted Terapagos. Yeah, see, we were a little bit lower health in the last. Well, that other one was +2 meter beam, so. And this duo just kind of ran through him, right? Now he goes to sleep. There's nothing he can really do at this point. If we get a speed boost, we just decorate her. Yeah, but +2 single target Tera Starstorm should be scaled. You know, if you Tera doesn't make it, so you can't get over this. This point, Terapagos is playing. I think what was huge was the knocking out of the Ursaluna, the Tera Starstorm, and not being bulky enough to take the +2. And also, the Glimora taking 3 turns of sleep, so it couldn't get this poison out faster. But his team, he has protects, but it doesn't necessarily scream like a stall team. Especially with Focus Sash Glimora. So I guess he just wanted to break the sash and just shut things down, but it doesn't really, his team can't really easily stall out the poison that he's inflicting, right? So that's why it's not really a big deal. But yeah, we knew he was trying to go for Mortal Spin that whole time, so he can break the Tera Shield, break the sash, which is good for doing that, right? But that's gonna be it for these battles, so let's get into a final review with this team. Alright, getting into a final review with this team, and this team was astronomically good. Oh my god, I had so much fun playing with this team. So if you guys are interested in playing with this team yourself, there is a runicle up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. I hope you enjoy these battles, and I'll return to, you know, the battle content. I know it's been taking a while, but this regulation J just wasn't that fun to me to make content for, but I am excited. I'm excited for champions, but I do like regulation I a little bit better. I'm not really too fond of the mythicals the way they did it. I think it should have been like you only use 2 mythicals, like, or 1 mythical, 1 restricted. I think that would have made for like a more interesting metagame. But the mythicals are just kind of outclassed, so it kind of just wasn't a fun format, right? But this team is extremely fun. Calyrex Ground Tera just does so much damage, and of course, you know, the steel types, the ghost types that are immune and resist, you know, the normal type damage. Calyrex is able to hit them for super effective damage, right? And just this team just rounds out really well with the Urshifu and Iron Hands, helping you against Trick Room and Faster Modes, and Whimsicott and Smurgle being like the perfect like support for both of these two. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I gave this team a 10 out of 10. And again, there's a runicle up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Let me know in the comment what you guys think about this team and if you're gonna try it out. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned. More new videos soon. Deuces.